So everyone touts the Black Pro Mist as a secret to getting cinematic footage, but what if there was something better? Something that was a little bit more subtle, maybe even a little bit more pleasing, something that did a lot of what the Black Pro Mist does, but just in a slightly different way. Well, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about in today's video, so let's go. Now first, I'm going to put up on the screen just some test footage. Feel free to comment down below to see if you could figure out which one is a Black Pro Mist and which one is this other mystery filter that we're talking about here. So the filter that we're talking about here today is from the same company that makes Black Pro Mist there, which is Tiffen. And some people may not know that they make a vast variety of different filters. They're all designed to give a little bit different look and effect there. So I'm going to pop this image up here on the screen, which Tiffen calls their triangle of diffusion there. Basically, it's just a way to visualize the three things that a diffusion filter will do, which is going to be contrast reduction, halation, and resolution reduction there. And if you're looking at this image here, you can see there's a bunch of different filters that does all three of these things a lot differently here. Black Pro Mist is all the way over here, which gives you a lot of halation there, but sometimes that halation can wash over the entire image there. Whereas the filter that we're talking about here today is the Black Satin there, and you could see it basically sits right in the middle of this triangle between all three different things there: halation, contrast reduction, and resolution reduction there. So it's a lot more neutral filter there while still doing a lot of things that you want a diffusion filter to do. But let me go ahead and run some test footage here for you and kind of just show you here what it looks like here. So I'm gonna take this off just in this particular image here. That's why I had the hard light source here so you could see the blooming. If you take a look, we're not getting as much halation here. As you could see, it just kind of take a small amount of edge off of the digital look there. If I shine the super hard light source there and the light source that you have here, you can see there's just a slight glow around those light sources there. And now we have the Black Satin filter at 1/4 here, and as you could see, still a little bit more halation there. I love this particular filter here at the 1/4 strength there, so it's not overwhelming in the image there. If you've seen my last video here on the Black Pro Mist filter, I'll roll some of the footage here of that as well, just so you could see how it compares in this particular room here. At similar strengths, the Black Pro Mist is a lot more overwhelming effect on your image there. Let's jump into the computer here and look at some real world scenarios here. First shot here is going to be like your standard documentary tight shot here. I'll go ahead and throw the different comparison shots here up on the screen here for you, as well as how this compares to the Black Pro Mist there. And as you can see with the Black Pro Mist settings there, in a control situation like this in particular, Black Pro Mist is not so bad because we don't have light spilling everywhere there. So it still looks good with the halation and looks great on the skin tones there. This is a situation where I might choose the Black Pro Mist over the Black Satin there in a more controlled lighting situation there. However, let's jump into these outside shots here and show you why I love the Black Satin as an overall filter here. This is a good example to show you how different it is with the Black Pro Mist. With the Pro Mist there, because the halation is so strong on the Black Pro Mist there, because it's blooming all of the highlights there, even in just the 1/8 and definitely in the 1/4 of the Pro Mist, it's almost washing out the entire image. And because it's making the highlights of the sun more intense, it looks like it's warming up the image there a ton more. So in a situation like this where you're not in control of the light, more run and gun videography, documentary filmmaking, stuff like that, YouTube vlogging, I feel like the Black Satin is more useful just to take a little bit of the edge off. I also wrote some footage here of just being on vacation here and getting some footage for a potential travel vlog there that I'm putting up on another channel. And again, at sunset in uncontrolled lighting environments there, I just like what the Black Satin does there as opposed to the Black Pro Mist there. So it tends to be the filter that I reach for the most because it is understated here and you still get that high contrasty look with just a little bit of the edge there taken off there for your filmic look there. However, that doesn't mean that you should buy one over the other. If you're just buying one, I would get the black satin in the 1/4. But if you want to go ahead and get the Black Pro Mist and the black satin there, it depends on the situation that you're going to be in, what work you're doing, what it is that you're shooting. Also, there is one more filter that gets a lot of play in my kit. I'm going to do a filter shootout between all three of them. If that video is ready, it will be right here. Hit the subscribe button and the notification button to be notified when I drop that video, or like I said, it will already be right here, and I'll catch you over there in the next one. Big up yourself. Peace.